Hey K-popers, welcome back to Hallyu, and welcome back to a brand new K-pop news roundup. It's been an incredible week of crazy announcements and incredible achievements in K-pop, including KDA and TWICE collaborating, K-pop ruling the charts, and tons of fresh new fantastic K-pop releases. Before we get started, a quick thank you to Hallyu's honorary producers. If you want to be on this list and show off your bias group to everyone watching, you can support my work on Patreon. Patrons also have a say in lots of videos before they're released, so if you want to leave your mark on Hallyu, come join us over on Patreon. We've got so much to talk about, so let's jump right in. This is your K-pop news roundup for October 18th, 2020. We'll start with an insane announcement this week, which is that virtual girl group KDA, made by Riot Games, released their full tracklist for their upcoming EP. As we already know, the first song, Baddest, will feature (G)I-DLE, and (G)I-DLE will actually feature on a second song on the EP as well. But the huge news here is that the last song on the album will feature none other than the megastars themselves, TWICE. This is a huge feature, and I feel like Riot Games just keeps outdoing themselves with their commitment to KDA, and I love it. I haven't heard a lot of solid news or rumors on this, but I'm low-key hoping for a physical album when the EP drops on November 6th, and it would be amazing if there was a comeback showcase with them and or even TWICE performing. Just imagine if KDA won a music show, it would be maximum chaos. Now let's talk about some notable news around the ever-popular BTS. First up, their Savage Love remix hit #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. Now, not only is this now BTS's second #1 hit on the Hot 100 recently, it's the first song with partial Korean lyrics to ever hit #1 on the chart. And this week, the boys won the Top Social Artist Award at the 2020 Billboard Music Awards. Big Hit also announced that 993,000 tickets were sold for their online concert BTS Map of the Soul on E. This represents fans from over 191 countries. And this is just tickets, so who knows how many people were actually watching it. And a final piece of really crazy BTS news from the financial sector. Big Hit finally had their IPO this week, and they're officially a traded stock in Korea. And on the first day of trading, the stock opened at double the IPO price and then rose another 30% during the day. What this means is that since Big Hit has given each BTS member a bunch of stock in the company, each member made about $15 million in equity with the shares that Big Hit gave them in that one day. And if you want to see me discuss why Big Hit is doing so well and what could be next for them, check out the deep dive I did a few weeks back on BTS and Big Hit, where I actually discussed how their IPO could lead to a crazy future. And don't worry Blinks, we've got a Blackpink section of news this week too. It's astonishing how much K-pop groups are achieving this year. First off, the album debuted at #2 on Billboard's 200 this week, a huge jump for the girls. And Lovesick Girls debuted at #1 on Billboard's Global 200 excluding US chart. Just look at the top 3 songs here and bask in the glory of it all. This is what longtime K-popers like myself have been waiting for years. Blackpink, BTS, and a BTS collab are all in the top 3 on the chart. It is a great time to be a K-pop fan. And Blackpink's Boombaya also became the first debut MV to hit 1 billion views on YouTube this week, and Jennie's Solo is now the most streamed song by a Korean soloist in Spotify history. The song it passed? Gangnam Style by Psy. Of course, Blackpink's Netflix documentary Light Up the Sky is now available as well, and the girls will be appearing on Jimmy Kimmel on October 20th, becoming the first K-pop girl group to do so. That being said, I do feel kind of obligated to point out that SNSD basically did this already with their performance on David Letterman in 2012.
Girls' Generation.
Whoa!
Alright, now let's take a quick break before we get to more news to talk about some great new releases from the past week. We're in the thick of things here with the packed October schedule now, and there are so many incredible releases. We'll start with an NCT track off of their brand new Resonance Part 1 album, Make a Wish by NCT U. Refund Sisters made their debut this week with Don't Touch Me. Boy group Pentagon are back with their new song, Daisy. Former Bestie member Dahye made her solo debut this week with the song Poison. Very Very dropped GBTB or Go Beyond the Barrier. Soloist Kiara released her latest track called Tomboy. Weekly are back in their first comeback already with the song Zigzag. Former X1 members Kim Woo-suk and Ian Sung gave us the delightful duet Memories. Loco and Hayes teamed up this week with Can't Sleep.
I can't sleep, I can't breathe.
EXO's Chen delivered Hello, a lovely autumn ballad. New girl group Black Swan, who are born out of Rainier, debuted this week with Tonight. Akmu's Lee Soo-hyun released this hybrid MV for her new song, Alien. And last but not least, Ryowook had his project release called Calendar. There were of course lots of other songs released this week too, so share the new music that you've got on repeat down in the comments. Personally, I found myself really enjoying Kim Woo-suk and Ian Sung's duet this week. Now, back to the news. Twice's Junghyun will not be participating in activities for Twice's second full album. JYP shared the news yesterday saying, quote, "She's experiencing psychological anxiousness in moving forward with her schedule. Therefore, after deep discussion with Junghyun herself and other Twice members, we've decided that it is needed for Junghyun to have sufficient rest and absolute stability accompanied by professional medical measures." And speaking of Twice, their tracklist for that album has been revealed. The title track, I Can't Stop Me, is said to be a synthwave song with influences from 80s American synth. Now, I'm not going to tiptoe around it. Everglow set the bar pretty damn high for any 80s synth song, so we'll see what Twice can do with this style. NCT's new album Resonance Part 1 has hit 1.12 million stock pre-orders, which broke their own pre-order record. Dreamcatcher's Handong will be participating in her first group promotional activity since her return, joining a global video fansign event tomorrow. It will have been 1 year less 1 day since her last activity, which was a fan club meeting on October 20th, 2019. Winner's Mino is making a comeback on October 30th. It will be his second regular album and his first release in 2 years. And while we're on the topic of comebacks, GOT7's comeback was confirmed by JYP after rumors began leaking out to the press. No official date has been set yet, but it's likely going to be in November. And if you're a Hallyu subscriber and a regular watcher, you might actually remember I reported on this over a month ago. So bottom line, you're going to be the first to know about these things if you stick around. GFriend is also coming back soon with a full album on November 9th. This will be their third full-length album and it will be called Walpurgis Night. And if you're as confused about the name as I was, Walpurgis Night is the night before St. Walpurgis Day, a European traditional celebration which has some connections to witchcraft. In a follow-up to a story I reported on last week, Choi Jong-boom's prison sentence has been upheld and his appeal has been denied. He'll be serving the 1 year in prison as originally sentenced. It is finally official. After contract negotiations broke down in August, FX's Crystal Jung has left SM and joined H and Entertainment. This leaves Victoria as the only FX member still under contract with SM, though they technically still not have disbanded as a group yet. Crush's upcoming album is going to feature a star-studded all-female group of soloists. The group includes Taeyeon, Lee Hai, Yoon Mi-rae, Lee Sora, and BB. What an insane all-girl collab album this is shaping up to be. Refund Sisters hit the ground running this week and they've earned a perfect all-kill for Don't Touch Me. This makes Don't Touch Me just the 7th song all year to earn a perfect all-kill. EXO's Chen is officially enlisting in the military on October 26th. He shared a letter to his fans on the 16th to share the news in which he said, quote, "I will do my best to fulfill my military obligation with a healthy mind and body so I can greet you after my service with a better, more improved side of myself. I hope that you will stay as beautiful and healthy as you are now. I will always thank you and love you." Red Velvet will be performing at the 4th Music Festival for People with Developmental Disabilities, live on YouTube on October 28th. I'm sure your first thought was, will Wendy be there? And my guess is sadly no. Wendy's return is going to be a huge deal for the public and for SM, and in my opinion, SM is going to make a lot of noise when that time comes. It seems like LOONA have apparently signed with and or are promoting under Warner Music Group and 88 Rising. After DMCAs were issued to people who leaked the album's tracks online, people noticed info for the copyright owner of the songs was in fact for 88 Rising. It's unclear whether this means that LOONA's hoping to break out in the US, or 88 Rising's hoping to take more of a position in Korea, but surely more details will be coming out soon. Alright, now let's talk about what happened on music shows this week. Golden Child kicked the week off on the show with their first win for Pump It Up. The rest of the week was basically all about Blackpink as they swept the rest of the week except for BTS's win on Show Music Core. That gives the girls a total of 5 wins so far for their latest title, Lovesick Girls. Is next week's music show rotation Blackpink's to lose? Let me know what you think down in the comments. Alright K-popers, you're officially caught up on everything going on in the K-pop world. Let me know what new songs and news items stood out to you down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on all the great K-pop news and entertainment that's coming to you each and every single week here at Hallyu.